Good morning from the jalapeno bush. We just want to do a quick garden check today, ladies and gents. The garden has been, let's say, morphing. Let's say. As you can see, this store papaya is growing like crazy. But anyway, our seeds for our Cajun bells have not popped up yet, right there. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I have some King Arthur bell peppers set up already. Over here, we just got a little mixture. This is obviously wonderful basil. But right in here, you see these little doodly dogs? And you see one right over there. I am growing little Swiss chard in here. I'm going to give it a try. Never grew Swiss chard. And I probably wouldn't grow it if this bed didn't, or at least this tote didn't stay in the shade a little bit most of the day. But we'll see what happens with that. All right. So, we still have Italian parsley going. Sorry about the finger. We still have our cherry tomatoes going. Believe it or not, we still have a red snapper tomato bush going. This thing is still blooming. But it's, wow. It's been through a lot, let me tell you right now. So, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, it's hot. Mid and upper 90s every day. Don't work out very well, but our asparagus are growing. Our tomatillos I have chopped the heck out of, but if you look, they are not growing the best, but they are growing all over the place over there. I've already started some more in a seed tray, so as soon as the ones in the seed tray are ready, I'm actually going to cut those tomatillos out and go from there. I started to grow a new little pepper down in there, but some bugs got it last night, it looks like. And basil, that's Egyptian walk I just put in there yesterday. And now I got some maters here. These are the Heat Wave 2 tomatoes. They actually are the only ones that are growing right now in the heat. But yeah, if you haven't noticed, I planted basil everywhere. Basil. There's basil over there. There's basil over there. There's basil over there. I got basil in the ground over there. I love basil. I got it everywhere. It ain't that I eat it a lot, but I love the smell of it, and I love having it in my garden. But we got multiple peppers coming through here. Sweet pimento and a sweet delilah, I believe, which is what this is a sweet delilah pepper. They're wonderful. This is a Firebird tomato bush that is not producing. And I kind of don't expect it to, but we'll see. Down here we got a little oregano growing. Kind of hidden down here underneath the parsley and that marigold right there. Not that parsley, but the asparagus, I'm sorry. A little Egyptian walking onion I planted there the other day. We got thyme growing. That thyme has been in there just growing everywhere. Here's what's funny. Let me show y'all a little something special that I just noticed the other day, because I had totally forgot about it. Okay, so we got some onions here, you know, onions chopped. I got Egyptian walking onions here, obviously. Sweet delilah there. I got marigolds planted all around. There's 4 marigolds here around the tomato plant, this plant, you know, and all that. We got a little basil right there. Hello, basil. What I want to show you is, if you look deep down in here, which it might be hard to see, you get deep, get all in there. Oh yeah, get all in there. You look, that right there, that. If I get the leaves out your way, right here, those little things. Believe it or not, that's carrots. there's carrots in there. I put in there late fall, no, it was spring actually. It was spring. I went ahead and put some down in there. There is 3 maybe down in there. It's kind of hard to really see in there. I think maybe there's 3 in there, but so it's kind of funny actually. So we'll see if we get some summer carrots. I'm sure we will. Over here we got more basil. We got a marigold that is planted. And right here in this little section, this is dwarf cowhorn okra. I have just planted, what, yesterday, day before yesterday? We're starting to get the seeds popping up. We're starting to get some action down in there. But I got 6 of those planted right there. And yes, that is going to be thick. It's going to be thick. That's a small space. But the dwarf, they're not going to get tall, but they will get bushy. So they will be a little bit of a cluster, but it's okay. It's okay. Bringing them in tight. The collards, part of them got picked the other day. The collards, I'm surprised they're still here. This beautiful curly leaf parsley is still here. It had a caterpillar in it, which has since moved on as a butterfly. Obviously, we got the jalapeno bush. This is my mammoth jalapeno bush. I love this thing. It's the best jalapeno bush I've ever seen. I ain't never seen a jalapeno. It grows so good. It grows strong. It looks lovely, and it it produces an amazing amount of jalapenos. Okay, over here, let me show you this situation. This is very interesting. Okay, so here's the basil, obviously. Here's an Egyptian walking onion. Now these Egyptian walking onions I've been showing you, those little ones like that one right there. Now those actually are bulbs. They was bulbs off the top of a plant. They're not new bulbs. They was growing here in the yard, and they grow on top. Now, let me show you this here pepper. This is a pimento pepper plant. Now look at all that right there. See all that? I haven't totally found out what is leaving that mess on there. It's some kind of bug. Some kind of bugs. I'm thinking, I don't know, it almost seems like ants are bringing something up there to the top of this plant, but I don't know. This was in another bed and I moved it over here and it had the same problem. It gets this black stuff on it, and then overnight, this happens overnight, and then I'll come back and then I'll shake it all off and it'll be back the next day. Now, I stopped the bugs from eating on it. They was eating on it for like 2 days in a row. I stopped them from eating on it, but yeah, I don't know what they are doing there. I don't know if they're trying to harvest something on top of that sucker. I don't know what is going on with that, but yeah, we'll find out. Okay, over here, now as you've seen over there in the other bed, there was a dwarf cowhorn okra. What is it? What is that? Cowhorn okra. Now this is your classic Clemson spineless. Yeah. Your classic Clemson spineless. This is one I usually grow. But I'm only going to grow one this year. I'm going to grow it right here. Oh, look here. We got a little. Good there. We got life. Look at that. Wiggle along. You wiggle down in there, my friend. Be a part of the soil. Okay, there you go. So I usually grow the Clemson spineless, but this year I just want to grow the one in the tote, and then I want to grow those dwarf ones over there, because the spineless thing about these things they just keep growing. So I mean, I think it'd be 10 foot tall by the end of summer. I have found this out. Okay, over here is the two cucumber totes that I haven't got no sorry, pardon me, squash. I haven't got no squash in there. Over here's the Egyptian spinach. The Egyptian spinach is big, it's long, it's lovely. It grows these wonderful little pods. It's neato. The leaves, boom. These are fantastic. They taste delicious. Let me have a snack. Oh, what's this? Oh, I found the enemy. People. Right here, ladies and gents. There he went. Little Sir Lincoln Weevils. That's okay. We'll get him later. Okay. Over here in the bean area. Beans and peas. I have one plant. Of black-eyed peas. Okay. Here's what happened. I had a whole row of them, as you can see right there. This is a mixture of black-eyed peas and Tennessee purple whole peas. I had this whole row already planted. I already had them growing up there, as you can see little bits on the trellis. I had them growing up there. We cut down a tree here in the yard, and the tree landed right here next to this situation. Right next to that. And whatever was in the tree, there was some kind of bugs, so something was in that tree. And so when that tree went down, those bugs went right to my peas. And I mean, they obliterated them so much I just yanked them out. There wasn't no use in them staying in there like that no more. Yeah, so I pulled them out. Of course, there's your basil. Here's your Egyptian walking. And let me show you, all over this yard, my Egyptian walking, you're getting the little bulbs on top. All over the yard, you get them little bitty babies. If I can get in there, there we go. Yeah, you get little bulbs all over the place. Let me show you right over here. any cucumbers. Oh, now the cucumbers. See, I already picked one of these out, but this one also is getting little bulbs done in there. So, and then this one over here is getting some in there also. So I'm getting little bulbs all over the place. The cucumbers have been through a lot. They died back by some bugs that, like I said, with that tree when it fell, or when we cut it down, things started attacking my squash and nobody's business. I have since killed off the bugs, so I got the bugs killed off, and now we're just waiting to see a little bit of cucumber. Cucumber coming out of there. Yes, there is some starting to produce. These 4 are pickle bushes. They're called pickle bush variety. These over here are Supreme Max cucumbers. And like I said, they got ate up pretty well by the bugs, but they're back now, ready for action. All right. Let's see what else we got. Other than that, we got our general stuff you've seen before. We got the dwarf. I love this thing. I love this thing. This is a pineapple guava, which I need to actually take out a tote. I want to start growing more trees, more fruit trees, more fruit things. I don't really have the space for it, but I would like to attempt it. It'd be nice to actually have some fruit trees. The fruit to have it all the way around. Over here there was a heat wave 2 tomato over here, but right now there's just a basil. I got volunteer basil all over the place. There's basil over there. But what we're gonna do, basil. There's gonna be a marigold I'm planting over here because I got marigolds growing everywhere too over there. And I'm gonna put a heat wave 2 tomato right in the middle. We're gonna shade cloth that. We're actually probably gonna shade cloth half of this garden. And I'm gonna attempt summer tomatoes, okay? The reason I say that is because most of my tomato bushes I can get to grow longer and longer and longer. And yeah, I'm thinking with a little love, a whole lot of blessings from the Lord, I can get some tomatoes growing right there. Now, this right here was an attempt of heat wave 2 tomato seedlings. Look at them. They have been ate. I don't know what happened after that tree over there fell, but I'm telling you right now, my garden suffered ever since. But I finally think I got them under control. I've found worms, I've found all kinds of things. But anyway, so these are gonna grow for a little while. I'm only gonna save one. One's gonna be saved. It's gonna go in that tote right there. So that is the plan. Now this tote here, I don't know what's gonna happen with it later, but we will see. Could be a pepper, I doubt it, but other than that, we just got miscellaneous different walking onions. The tomatillos you've seen, we got more walking onions down there. More walking onions right there. These are warrior onions. These are warrior green onions. These things are wonderful. If you see these, they look like those. They're gorgeous. As you can see, I'm growing marigolds everywhere. They're just coming out by themselves. If you're seeing the dill plant, the dill, as I have said before, is only here to hold cocoons. There is 2 cocoons still in it. See, there's 2 cocoons still in there and a little mini lizard. So I'm waiting for that to come out. There's a cocoon in my parsley over there. Wait for it to come out. But other than that, I think that's all the caterpillars we got out of there. The arugula, not arugula, but actually yes, arugula. This wild arugula. That's very interesting. So if I let it seed, or not seed, but well, yeah, I did let it go seed. I let it flower, I let it seed, I let it do all that goodness. And I'm gonna let it keep going. Actually, it's still trying to flower. And I'm gonna keep it here. It's super pungent. Here's what I noticed. After it flowered and after it, you know, I remember blooming all this time, it has gotten super pungent. Like, this is wild arugula, so it already is pretty dang pungent. But it's gotten even more pungent, and it's gotten that peppery flavor to it. I didn't notice the peppery flavor until after it flowered. Is that normal? I don't know. But that is it for this morning, ladies and gents. I got to go in there and eat me some breakfast. But hope you have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. And you know, go out and grow something. Let's all grow something together. Love y'all. Take care.